logical explanation.
Holy crap.
Nobody touched it. Nobody touched it. It was by itself, all alone, and it literally just slid off there, hit the wall, and then fell behind the dresser. So yeah, and it was pretty wild. So that was a pretty cool event.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So, have
that
you
was
ever
pretty wild.
seen? Have you ever seen a UFO?
UFO. I've seen things that I can't just pure by just pure definition I can say it was unidentified flying objects, but because I couldn't identify them. But I don't
Yeah.
know if they could have been drones, they could have been military, they could have been who knows, but I've never seen like anything close enough to where I can say, wow, that is a spaceship. You know what I mean? I haven't seen anything like that personally. No.
Like you haven't seen the giant triangle in the sky that blocks out the
Correct.
half
I've been looking.
half the
I did.
horizon.
Maybe I did. I will tell you, there was one time I was driving. I drive for a living, and I was
Mm-hmm.
coming from like Boise, Idaho, and I was coming down, and I went down this. I can't remember the name of the highway, but it goes from basically Idaho straight down through Nevada, literally all the way to Las Vegas, I guess. And but if this, I was coming down, and as I went over this hill, it was so quick. I mean, I just saw it for a second because just the timing wise, it wasn't moving fast. We were just going different directions. But as I go over this
Yeah.
hill, this thing flew past me. It was off the road about even with the telephone poles, and it was probably about an extra telephone pole high. You know what I mean? It was
Yep.
like double the telephone poles high. And it
Wow.
was coming this way. And it looked like just a big pill, you know? And I remember thinking, what in the world was that? That was wild. And as I kept driving, maybe a mile down the road, there were two cars parked coming north on the other side of the highway. They were northbound, and people were standing outside their car, and they were pointing at the right above the telephone poles. So I'm like, well, then they saw it too. What was that? So I don't know what I saw. I only got a second, you know, half a second glance at it, but it was kind of neat. It just looked like a big giant pill, flying through the air. But again, so maybe I did see a UFO.